From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10. Live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, G7 governors drop bombshell pullout of the PDP for the APC. Niger State governor says count me out, maintains he still belongs to the ruling PDP. PDP candidates in the Anambra governorship election, Tony Nwoye, maintains he'll not participate in next Saturday's supplementary election. And Pope Francis calls for radical reforms in the Vatican.
And in business news tonight, Lasima takes a stand against new automobile tariff on imported vehicles.
Tonight in sports news, Bayern Munich manager Pep Guardiola admits retaining the UEFA Champions League title is an uphill task.
From Abuja, more reactions on the G7 governor's exit. Plus, Nigeria Airways former staff protest plans to set up a new national carrier.
The G7 governors have been locked in a political dispute with the ruling People's Democratic Party over the handling of the party affairs. But today the governors have chosen to take their destiny into their hands and pitched their tents with the All Progressives Congress. The 7 aggrieved People's Democratic Party governors, also known as the G7, have now joined the All Progressives Congress, the APC. The implication of this merger is that the G7 governors cease to belong to the PDP. But interestingly, one of them, who was also present at the meeting, the Niger State Governor Muazu Aliyu, staged a walkout, insisting he's still a member of the PDP. Our correspondent Larry Lasisi covered these interesting developments at the Kano Governor's Lodge in Abuja today.
Avoid further implementary.
For most political observers, it was just a matter of time. With the crisis within the ruling People's Democratic Party dragging on with no solution in sight, and the leadership of the All Progressive People's Congress beckoning, it appeared only one route was open to the aggrieved members of the People's Democratic Party. This is one of a series of meetings between the APC and the new PDP. This time, it appears a decision has been reached.
A meeting of the leadership of All Progressive Congress and the new PDP met this morning at the residence of the Kano State Governor, Dr. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso in Abuja. The two parties agreed to work together in order to rescue our fledgling democracy and the nation.
Even though it was observed that 2 of the aggrieved governors left before the meeting was concluded, they were said to have endorsed the merger. But spokesman to the Niger State Governor said Governor Babangida Aliyu was not part of the agreement.
Some of our members took permission to go out of the meetings. They were given rightful permission. They did not storm out. They did not walk out. You have seen the governor of Kwara here. You have seen the governor of Niger. They all took permission since yesterday to travel. In fact, some of us here are traveling now too. We only waited a little bit for this communique to be read because of you.
Sir, all the G7 governors will leave the right to say
everybody.
Media reports purporting that Governor Muazu Babangida Aliyu has moved to the All Progressive Congress is not true. It is false, it is unfounded, and so should be dismissed. You are aware that discussions are ongoing, negotiations are on, and talks are still ongoing with the president until this is exhausted. Governor Muazu Babangida Aliyu remains a member of the People's Democratic Party.
Now, the governor of Jigawa State, Governor Sule Lamido, in a statement by his spokesman Umaru Kari, said he is not part of the agreement. According to the governor, This will not intimidate or harass me out of the party. I will not give anybody the pleasure of engaging me by his terms. For now, I remain the living father of the PDP. As for my political prosecutors, I will engage them at my own terms at the appropriate time. Nobody speaks for me but me. Chieftains of the ruling party say the exit of the governors will not affect the success of the People's Democratic Party.
And I believe those orders, for a long time, I have said it before, that their hearts have not been in PDP. But it's good that they have told the world that they have taken a stand, so that PDP will not be distracted. And to us, it is a good development.
They have chosen to abandon a broad-based national platform and embraced a narrow group of ethnic and religious bigots. We wish to state categorically that PDP remains unperturbed, as we are now rid of detractors and distractions.
The party spokesman said the president is still committed to the planned peace meeting with aggrieved members of the party.
The peace process initiated by President Goodluck Jonathan is still on course, and we hold as stated on Sunday.
Now, it's still not clear how this development will affect the polity ahead of the next general elections. It's however clear that the race for the 2015 elections has just taken an interesting turn. Lanwe Lasese, Channels Television News.
Now, as we reported, at some point during today's meeting, the Niger State Governor Muazu Aliyu staged a walkout and insisted that he's still in the People's Democratic Party. But the chairman of the defunct new PDP, Kawu Baraje, told journalists after the decision to pull out of the PDP that Governor Aliyu is still part of the deal. Meanwhile, the Deputy Governor of Niger State, Ahmed Ibeto, has been speaking on the decision of the Niger State Governor, Muazu Aliyu, to back out of the merger. In Minna, the Deputy Governor insisted it's only after the meeting with the President that a decision will be taken.
As far as we are concerned, we believe that the group is meeting, and there is still this arranged meeting with Mr. President, which has not been done yet. So I believe the merger should come, or whatever should come after the meeting with the President. I don't think it is the right position. Just wait and hear from the other governors. If you see even the press conference, it is only Rotimi Amechi that is there, during the press conference. So other governors are absent. So unless if you get confirmation from them, please don't conclude.
Well, for some federal lawmakers, the announcement of the merger of the All Progressives Congress and the new PDP may not have come as a surprise. But while some of them have hailed the decision, others say this would not in any way affect the People's Democratic Party.
Some say it was expected. Others did not see it coming. But what many would agree with is that something has been brewing beneath the surface, and it finally erupted with the merger of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and the group of governors from the new PDP. As soon as news of the merger hit the airwaves, federal lawmakers began reacting to the news. The lawmakers in favor of the merger described it as a welcome development.
I'm excited about this. I can't wait to finish this interview so I can begin to dance.
To me, it will be a blessing for this country because the APC now will be seen to have a formidable membership.
However, some lawmakers say this merger is nothing new.
It has been foot dragging. They've been foot dragging for a very long period. And I'm not surprised that they've reached this level. But to me, being a PDP man, I don't look at this merger, it's just meaningless to me.
It is all politics. You can belong to any political party that you so wish.
Competition is allowed in any democratic space, and what we're seeing is going to lead to greater competition. But one thing that I still have my joy in is that the PDP is still quite strong.
For some others, the merger would have an impact in the National Assembly.
But of course, we expect some repercussions in the Senate. We expect some ripples, because looking at the media footage of the story, you see some senators there. So that should be an indication that they too may be thinking of leaving. But in the Senate, the process is a bit more formal, and that you have to write first to say that you are moving over. So the fact that you were seen on television is not conclusive as far as the Senate is concerned that you are actually moving over. It is only when that correspondence has been received and read on the floor that we will now know that you truly intend to move.
It is interesting contemplating what impact the merger would have on the National Assembly and the divide of the majority and minority lawmakers in both houses of a National Assembly. Focus would now be on the next steps which the lawmakers would take in the coming days, and more importantly, how the PDP would react. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
Now, in other reactions to the merger of the APC with the new PDP, a PDP leader in Lagos, Dr. Segun Ogundimo, says the action of the politicians is as a result of lack of proper ideology in political parties in the country. On his part, the former spokesperson of the presidential candidate of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, Mr. Yinka Odumaki, says the alignment of the PDP governors with the opposition party creates confusion for the Nigerian electorate.
Well, it just goes to underpin the fact that Nigeria hasn't got any political structure that any politician can follow. That is to say, politics in Nigeria is not driven by ideology. It's driven by personality and things that we can gain. It's very, very painful indeed. I've been shouting this all along that if you look at the cross-section of political parties in Nigeria today, including my party, you cannot say what the ideology of PDP. The only difference between PDP and other parties is that PDP was formed by people who believe in the unity of Nigeria. Those from the north, from the east, from the south, southwest came together. That is why PDP is not owned by one person, but some other parties are owned by individuals. So this will continue to happen until we have an ideology.
I'm not surprised at all because if you have watched all the road shows they've done from one PDP governor's government house to another in the last couple of weeks, it was clear that this was going to happen. And it's good that all the scales are off, all the masks have been torn, all the pretenses are off. And I think the only thing they need to do is to remove change from their slogan, because you cannot promise us change and then you now merge with what you say should change. But we are now merging with the fashion of PDP. It means that what we have today is no longer a PDP APC, but PDP 1, PDP 2. And therefore, if people thought that they are going to have a choice to make before, it's clear that there's no choice to make, because one is original, one is photocopy, and they are not giving the people the opportunity to make a choice. So therefore, they should stop pretending that they are about change. They are not about change. They are more of the same or same of the same.
In part 2, after the break, more on today's merger. I'll be joined in the studios by a professor of law in the University of Lagos, Professor Akin Oyebode. That's all in a moment. Do join us again.